Hey guys, this is Chris Mills with surfstrengthcoach.com and also workoutmaster.com. Today, going to be going over some hip mobility drills. In a previous post and video, went over some stretches. They're going to start addressing hip mobility and starting to loosen up some of those structures. Today, we're going to be going over some drills that are a little more movement oriented, a little more dynamic. So these should be done secondary to the stretches that we have gone through. So you initially want to loosen up that tissue and then incorporate some motion, get your body used to that motion, the new range of motion in the hip. And again, proper range of motion in your hip joint is really important for us surfers. Think of surfing. You're in a squat position or a lunge position most of the time when you're on the wave with really dynamic ranges of motion going through your hip and a lot of forces. And so it's really important to have optimal hip range of motion just for injury prevention. And again, if you're tight in your hip, it's going to affect other joints in your body, maybe the lower back or your knees, and who knows, it could even lead to an ankle problem or shoulder problem. So, some mobility drills. Again, start implementing these after you work on some of the stretches and getting some of that tissue loosened up. Start incorporating them. Great for warm-ups.
This movement is increasing internal hip rotation. You're going to lay on your back, feet slightly wider than your hips. Lightly activate your core by drawing in your belly button. And you're going to draw the knees together. You're going to pause in that motion for about 1 second and perform about 8 to 12 repetitions of this prior to your workout. This is a dynamic lateral lunge. You're going to stand with feet 3.5 to 4 feet apart. You're going to lunge from side to side. You want to focus on keeping your lower leg vertical when you're descending onto that foot, maintaining a tall spine. This is a rotational squat, sometimes known as a transverse lunge, and we're just incorporating a bit more rotation into that hip socket than the previous lateral lunge. Notice the L stance with the feet and dropping onto the rear leg. Both of these movements are great additions to your beach warm-up prior to your surf.
So now you've got some ideas for some hip mobility drills. Easy to implement these before your workouts. Really efficient to do some of these prior to your surf. It's easy to bang out a few of these on the beach before you get in the water. Get the hips moving properly, get the rest of your body moving properly. It's going to benefit you. Injury prevention, performance. Thanks for watching. This is Chris Mills. And stay tuned for more from surfstrengthcoach.com and workoutmaster.com.